Hi, this is Jenny Brav of Radiant Wholeness Healing, and today we're going to be looking at the belief that I'm not enough, I'm not good enough. And that's a really pervasive one, especially in competitive cultures where we're trained and conditioned from a very early on to compare ourselves to others, to compete to be the best, to have these standards of excellence that we're trying to achieve and that are ways for us to get validation. So it can take a lot to unravel all of that. And then that's just cultural. I'm not even talking about family messages we might have received and our family dynamics around perfectionism or whatever the history might be for families around trying to be enough and trying to get ahead. So we'll be looking at I'm not good enough specifically, and that belief is often tied more generally to scarcity patterns and feelings of not enough in general. It can bleed out into not enough time, not enough money, not enough love. Others aren't enough. It can be judgment towards ourselves, but judgment towards others. So today we'll be looking specifically at the belief of I'm not good enough, and I'll be linking down below a blog post on the scarcity mindset and how to start overcoming that. And in weeks to come, I'll also be posting a tapping video on scarcity more generally. So stay tuned for that. And for now, just taking a nice breath. Maybe closing your eyes if it's comfortable and just checking in with that feeling of I'm not enough. Just noticing if you feel it anywhere in your body, anything that comes up for you around it, how charged that feels for you. Maybe from 0 to 10, 10 being the most charged, so how activating it feels. And you'll just be checking in at the end to see if your number went down at all. And tapping on the side of your hand, you can open your eyes or keep them closed, whatever feels good. I'll be naming the points as we tap. And repeat after me out loud or in your head. Even though I have this belief that I'm not good enough, and it's impacting so many areas of my life, I am open to loving and accepting myself deeply and completely at some point, even with all of this. And whether I love and accept myself or not, it's okay. It's possible. There's no way to fail this. Tapping on your head. High belief that I'm not good enough. Inside of the eyebrows. I see you. Outside of the eyes. I feel you. Under the eyes. I've had you for so long. Under and above the lips. Part of me has no idea who I'd be. Under the collarbone without this belief. Middle of the sternum. And part of me is so ready for the upgrade. Ribs, so tired of holding on to this belief. side of the body. Senses that it might not be true, or at least not as true as I think it is. Inside and outside of the wrist. And take a deep breath. Other wrist. This belief that I'm not good enough. Head. I've had this so long. Inside of the eyebrows. Hi, young self. Outside the eyes. I am so sorry. Under the eyes. That you got the message. Under and above the lips. That you somehow weren't enough. Under the collarbone. And here, maybe tap into that young self that was getting that message. You don't need to repeat what I'm saying right now. Maybe closing your eyes. Middle of the sternum. And just sense into what messages were you getting? And what was the not enough for you? Not well behaved enough, not pretty enough, not smart enough, not whatever your parents wanted you to be, not enough at school, not enough in personality, just noticing what particular flavor of not enough. Was it just generally not worthy? Tapping on the ribs. I'm so sorry you got the message that you weren't. And then complete what you sensed they were getting the message of. Side of the body. Of course it hurt. Inside and outside of the wrist. And it was so smart of you. Other wrist. To decide it must mean that you weren't enough. Head. That was the only way to make sense of things. Inside of the eyebrows. And the truth is, outside of the eyes, this had nothing to do with you. Under the eyes. And everything to do with them. Under and above the lips. And their wounds and coping strategies. Under the collarbone. And perhaps social structures. Middle of the sternum. Of competition. Perfectionism. Ribs. And it's possible I have so many resources and choices now. side of the body, that the young self learning they weren't good enough, didn't have. Wrist. And it's possible that the truth is, of the wrist, that I'm inherently worthy. Tapping on the head. That's my birthright. Inside of the eyebrows. I'm worthy because I exist. Outside of the eyes. The rest is just a bonus. Under the eyes, breathe. Under and above the lips. It's possible that I'm worthy exactly as I am. Under the collarbone, it's possible that growth doesn't mean becoming more of someone else. Middle of the sternum, that growth means becoming more of me. Ribs, that's what I'm here for. Side of the body, to fully embrace who I am. Wrist, not who anybody else thinks I should be. Other wrist, if I'm not me, who will be? Take a deep breath. And stop tapping, maybe closing your eyes if they're open. And just feel into that. Feel into that inner state of you-ness, your own vibrant energy. And if it doesn't feel vibrant right now, that's fine, but maybe feel into your heart space, your belly, calling in the possibility of growth being you embracing yourself more, of rather than trying to get rid of parts, of calling more parts forth, fully embracing all of you. And when you're ready, take another deep breath. And then tap all over your body. Shake it out. And touch something grounding. I hope that was helpful. If it was, feel free to hit like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and leave me a comment. Thanks so much.